Okay, geometry students, this is your quiz for tomorrow without numbers on it. These are the identities that you will need to know. For secants, the measure of angle x is half the difference of arcs A and B. The measure of angle x is also equal to 180 degrees minus the measure of arc E. And the measure of the vertical angles at the intersection of the chords is half the sum of arcs A and B. Now, why are those things so? For tangents, it's pretty straightforward. If you inscribe a kite with the radii and the central angles, you should realize that these two angles will be 90 degrees each, leaving only 180 degrees left to be shared between angle x and angle A, the central angle, and the central angle takes the same measure as its corresponding arc. So the measure of angle x is 180 degrees minus arc length A. Chords takes a little bit more work, but are pretty simple. The measure of this angle is half the sum of angles of arc lengths A and B, because if you inscribe a triangle inside the circle, you know that these two angles will always add up to this exterior angle. You also know that these two angles are each equal to half of their corresponding arc length. So half the measure of this arc length plus half the measure of this arc length equals the measure of the vertical angles. Secants takes the most work. If you inscribe a triangle, it should be easy to see that the measure of angle x is equal, when added to this angle, and this angle is equal to 180 degrees. This angle is equal to half the arc length, C plus A, and this angle is equal to half the arc length, B plus C. These three add to 180 degrees, so that's written. Some algebra is performed, some combining of like terms. It is also known that arc A plus C plus B plus D is a full circle for 360 degrees. So 360 should be equal to the sum of all four arcs. Some more algebra quickly eliminates A and B. One of the C's drops away. Subtract the C from both sides, and 2 times the measure of this angle is equal to the difference of these two arcs. So half the difference of these two arcs, C and D, is equal to the measure of angle x. One last time. These are the 3 identities you will need to know on tomorrow's quiz. The reasons for tangents comes from kites, and the reasons for both chords and secants comes from inscribed triangles. Your quiz tomorrow will be this page, and you will be asked to find arc lengths and angle measures.